Let's talk about what it takes to be a superhero. You don't get to be a superhero by being a quitter. Let me rephrase that. You don't get to stay a superhero by being a quitter. Superheroes are tough. They are resilient. They can take a beating and keep on coming. They suffer setbacks and losses and tragedies and still find the will to keep fighting. Superheroes have what we call positivity. They're optimists who never give up because they always believe and they have hope. You'll never see Batman show up to a crime scene, take a look at whatever doomsday device the Joker has rigged up, and say, well, that's the end of Gotham City. See you later. I'm out of here. Mm-mm. Superheroes don't quit. They have faith in themselves, and as long as they have breath in their bodies, they will keep on fighting. They're positive thinkers who never give up. They trust that in the end, they will win the day. Staying positive is a trademark of today's Bible hero as well. We'll call him Professor Positive, though I doubt that he ever taught in any school. His real name is Joseph, and when we meet Joseph, he is a scrawny little kid with one adoring father and 11 brothers who hated him. Seriously, Joseph's brothers hated him so much they actually kidnapped him, sold him into slavery, and told their father that Joseph had been killed. Things went from bad to worse for Joseph for a long time. He was taken to Egypt, sold to a wealthy man named Potiphar. He was then accused of a crime he didn't commit, and he was put in jail. If anyone ever had the right to want to quit, give up, or think negatively, it was Joseph. But there's a reason why we call him Professor Positive. Joseph had a strong faith. He believed that God had a plan for his life, and he never gave up hope. He always knew God would win in the end. I forgot to mention one other superpower that God allowed Joseph to use. He could interpret dreams. If you told your dream to Joseph, he could tell you what it meant. When Joseph was in jail, he interpreted a dream of two of Pharaoh's servants. One of them, the baker, had a dream that said something pretty bad was going to happen to him. The other, the cupbearer, had a dream that said that Potiphar, or that Pharaoh, would forgive him. The cupbearer remembered Joseph when Pharaoh had a bad dream. And long story short, Joseph went from being a prisoner to the number 2 person in Egypt. Joseph never gave up on God. He knew that God would work out all things for good, and he kept his faith. Having faith means staying positive. It means we trust God to work the things out for our good. It means that we never give up. Joseph's story could have ended at any time during his journey. He could have given up after becoming a slave. He could have given up after being tossed in jail. He could have ignored the cupbearer's plea to please interpret his dream. But if he have been negative, he would have forgotten his faith. Pharaoh would have never heard of Joseph, and Joseph would have never been warned about the famine, and many people would have died. Joseph is a hero because he stayed positive. Positivity didn't interpret the dreams or give him the wisdom to plan for the famine, but positivity did keep him hopeful, even in Pharaoh's dungeon. Joseph refused to let negative circumstances make him give up. He believed that God was with him. He believed that God was in control, and God used him to save Egypt, even his family, those same brothers who betrayed him. How many of you consider yourselves to be positive people? Lately, I think we all have really had some bad days. When you feel like being negative this week, I want you to remember Joseph. Remember that God is still in control. And if you stay positive, God can do great things. God loves us, and we know he works out all things for our good. Wouldn't it be a shame to go negative and miss out on all the blessings that God has in store for us, or the opportunity for God to use us to bless others?